Yeah, like we put the cookies in the cookie jar, and then it would be like, I want something sweet. I'm like, oh, a cookie. They're in the cookie jar, and you actually go in and get them out. It's lovely. I've had cookie jars I don't know how long, and I'm like, oh, I got cookies in my cookie jar.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Keto Wizard.
I'm May.
And I'm Brian.
And we are gonna make some cookies today.
We are, and you know, I gotta say, it looks like we're making gingerbread cookies.
It looks like we're making gingerbread cookies.
You know what was my first clue? The giant gingerbread man.
That I found.
My God, like, this is what we're gonna make today?
That's what we're gonna try to make today.
We're making Ginger King Kong.
It's a ginger ogre. It's gonna, I wanna make it, I'm gonna put a hat on him. He's gonna be a giant ginger wizard.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, Brian.
What?
I've never made gingerbread in my life.
Ooh. Well, I mean, I haven't made gingerbread.
Oh, I thought this was your recipe.
Well, I might have borrowed a few ideas from other people out there, maybe somewhere. I'll tell you, I modified it enough that it's ours.
It's gonna be a giant gingerbread cookie, which I did not see any giant gingerbread cookies anywhere. So this is the first.
Well, giants are rare to begin with. They're not just out there everywhere for the whole world to see. You have to go like search on the internet for giants.
Or find them in your local grocery store. So we're gonna make gingerbread today. Our goal today is gonna make this gingerbread wizard.
Yep.
We want the gingerbread to be nice and firm, so possibly you could use it for a gingerbread house. You could decorate with your kids.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
the only time I've ever made a gingerbread house was like, you know, like the kits, right? That you get at the store. And I never liked the way they tasted.
No,
so
because we're gonna make
it.
tasty gingerbread.
That's the goal.
Yes.
That's the goal.
With a cream cheese icing.
Oh, I like the sound of that. That sounds
Yeah,
really, really good.
yeah.
You know what else I like the sound of?
What is?
I like the sound of people clicking that subscription.
Oh, you know what I like the sound of?
What?
That little bell that you click below to notify when new videos are coming.
Yeah, and you know what's a really other cool sound too?
What?
When they hit that like button. That's awesome. If you guys could please go ahead and take care of all three of those for us. Super, super appreciate it.
So we're gonna make some cookies.
Man, I'll tell you what, is it warm in here? I'm a little warm.
I'm a little warm too. I really like this jacket, but yeah, it is a little warm, so I'm gonna put this up. What's on your shirt there, Brian?
Oh, that's me in a former life.
Or a future life.
Or a future life, one or the other, depending on what part of the time stream you're on. This is some Keto Wizard swag I picked up.
Yes, on
Redbubble. We have
Redbubble.
Yeah, we have a Redbubble. I didn't
we
even know
have
that.
a Redbubble link.
Look, you can get our wonderful logo on all the products that you could absolutely imagine.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever
There's
you want.
mugs and
mugs, cups,
water
aprons,
bottles, masks.
Yeah, all of it. In the description.
Yeah,
it's
pick
linked.
that up. Can't wait to get my apron.
I know. I've got mine. It's like, you know how shipping is right now.
I know.
All right, so to get started with these cookies, we are going to start with our dry ingredients first. We're going to get them all kind of whisked up together. And you know what? I have this wonderful bowl here. And you know,
love this bowl.
We had a wonderful viewer donate a nice set of bowls to us. And we just want to say thank you very, very much for them. And we're going to put them to great use.
Thank you, but now I can't splatter you all the time every time I mix something.
Yeah, that'll be different. All right, so to start this off, we have 2 cups of almond flour. We're just gonna dump everything right into the bowl right here, right? And we have a 1/4 cup of coconut flour, right? And then we went and we put all the spices into one little bowl right here. What do we have, man?
We have a tablespoon of cinnamon. Gotta have a cinnamon. That's a tablespoon of cinnamon.
That's a lot of cinnamon.
I know, but you know.
It's bringing the flavor.
Next, we have 1.5 teaspoons of ground ginger because they're gingerbread, right?
Gotta have that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. And
I can smell it.
I actually went to go find ground cloves and everything was sold out because it's like the holidays. And so guess what? I had whole cloves and I ground them in my grinder.
Wow.
Who'd have thunk it?
Hey.
Yeah. Then a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg and a half teaspoon of, so that's our spices.
Yeah, that's
and
our
then
spices.
we have our, and then a little,
We need sea salt.
a little pinch,
Yeah,
little
it
pinch.
looks like somebody forgot the sea salt. And just like that,
Sea salt appears.
the sea salt appears. Look at that. Oh, that is nice gray sea salt. Can I put just an extra pinch in there? Is that okay?
Hey, yeah,
It's just
that's my
Beautiful.
my Celtic
beautiful
sea salt. there.
Celtic sea salt.
It is. It's fancy. All right, let's
Okay,
whisk
so
that
we're gonna
up
whisk this all up.
without it flying out of the
You know,
bowl.
this bowl, this is amazing right here.
That is amazing. All right.
All right, so we have all the dry ingredients. Man, it smells just delicious right
I
now.
know, a lot nice and spicy. Warm. I like that warm
Yep.
smell, the warm spice. All right, now we're gonna do our wet ingredients. We're going to start with 3 tablespoons of butter that is at room temperature and diced up into some little squares. And then we've got a half a cup of the brown sugar substitute, whatever you prefer to use. So once we put our butter and our brown sugar in there, we're just gonna mix those together and cream that butter a little bit.
In case you want to scrape the sides there.
So once your butter and your sugar are smooth and fluffy, you're gonna add a room temperature egg to that. All right, we are gonna beef up the flavor.
You're gonna beef up the flavor a lot. To me, this is one of the things that separates, you know, a good gingerbread cookie out from anything else. And it is just gonna sound like a really dirty word on keto, but it's molasses.
Molasses.
Yeah.
Black strap molasses.
Blackstrap molasses. Now, before you freak out about that, right? This recipe makes 24 cookies, right? 1 tablespoon of the blackstrap molasses is gonna add 0.5 grams of sugar, of carbs.
To the recipe.
To the recipe.
Per cookie.
Per cookie.
It's still gonna average you about 2 carbs net.
Right. So
With molasses.
with molasses in it, and you want to make sure that you do use the blackstrap because it's gonna give you the flavor. It's very, very strong. It's very robust. Don't go get, you know, the little, you know, regular, you know, grandma's molasses.
But if you are part of a low carbohydrate diet because of maybe blood sugar issues and you don't want it at all, you
can
can
skip it.
omit this
You can.
completely and it's fine.
It can.
But if you
Yep.
want something delicious,
Right. And do remember, you know, like cookies are not a meal, so don't eat 12 of them,
no.
right? Have a cookie or two and you know,
Indulge.
but don't go overboard.
Because we're human beings and it's the holidays. Gotta enjoy a little bit of it, right?
Yeah, and I think you absolutely should.
And we're also gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla extract as well. Mix again. And then we are gonna add our dry ingredient.
Now, are we adding this all in at once or just a little bit at a time?
I would do a little bit at a time, just kind of blend it in.
Okay.
Just-
Maybe in third, second.
So this will be a thick dough. So it's thicking up pretty good. And if you do not have a stand mixer, you can definitely do this with a hand mixer or just by hand actually. Oh my goodness, Brian, smell that.
It smells heavenly.
It smells like gingerbread
It does
cookie.
smell like gingerbread. And look at that color on that. It's got that
It's
beautiful
nice and dark, yeah.
brown. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're looking for.
Yep. We have a very, very thick batter. What we're gonna do with this, well, it's dough basically. And we're gonna roll this up into a ball and then we're gonna chill it in the fridge for 30 minutes. We want the butter very, very cold because we're gonna roll this out and we want it to hold its shape when we start cooking our shapes into it.
You could actually put this in the freezer too. I think I saw that somewhere.
You could if you wanted to speed up the process,
Yeah.
definitely.
But we're not in a hurry. Are you doing this?
Sure. I'm taking this batter away from you right now.
Why?
So you can see this is thoroughly mixed. And we're just gonna make it into kind of a ball. One of the things I like to do is make it into a disc, because when it's in a disc, when you go to roll it, you have less, you have to press down, yeah. So I've always been a fan, if you're like dough, to chill in a disc.
I'm ready for gingerbread pizza.
Ooh. All right.
That looks like a hamburger patty.
It does look like a hamburger patty, but it is not a hamburger patty. It is our gingerbread cookie dough.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
So it has been chilling in the fridge. We've actually had it in there for, I think, about an hour. So it's still pretty soft, but chilled. And we are going to try to make our gingerbread man. So I'm gonna try to roll this long.
A little bit elongated, right?
Yeah. So you can, I've got it on my Silpat silicone sheet that I'm gonna bake it on, because I feel it's gonna be easier once we form it, this to lift the Silpat onto the pan.
Probably.
Than lift the cookie onto
Right.
the Silpat. So that's how I'm doing that. But you can use wax paper, like 2 layers of wax paper, or if you have some parchment.
Yep, either way.
Whatever you have lying around. But that's how I'm gonna roll.
Boom.
So we want this at like a 1/4 inch thickness. You don't want to get too crazy with it. This is a rather tiny roller.
It is a rather tiny rolling pin, isn't it? We used to have a bigger rolling pin, but Cameo used to chase me around the house to beat me with it, so I got her a smaller one.
Did she break it over your head?
Probably. My head's kind of hard. At least that's what I've been told.
So what do
That's
you think
looking
about
pretty
the
good.
thickness there?
That's pretty much right on. And I
Okay.
think we're just,
I think we got it.
I think we got it. What do you think? That looks pretty good right there, eh?
All right, press.
Press.
All right. Take some of this off the edges here.
Yeah, I can tell right now that putting this on here to begin with was probably the better way to go, because as you can see, just pulling it up, it just falls right apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a traditional dough because of the almond flour, right?
Yeah,
So
there's
if you're
no
used to making it with
gluten to
flour,
hold it
right?
together.
Exactly. All right, we're gonna try to carefully lift this up now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! It comes off just perfectly.
Over there.
All right. It looks so beautiful.
I know.
All right. So what are we doing?
We are gonna make our cream cheese frosting for our gingerbread cookie.
Awesome. I'm really excited about that. We have a secret ingredient in this, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll wait. We'll get there.
We'll get there. So what we're doing is a cream cheese frosting. So this is going to be a little bit standard than your normal icing sugar that you would do with gingerbread cookies. So standard gingerbread cookies, you'd ice them and then the cookies could just stay out and look beautiful in your house. But this is a cream cheese frosting. You want to frost them like right before you plan to serve them.
Right. So this needs to be refrigerated, obviously.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So frost your cookies and then eat them.
Yes.
Don't wait for people. Just eat them.
Just eat them. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're starting with 4 ounces of cream cheese, full fat. This is basically half a brick there. And then we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of butter.
Right.
Boom.
Nice soft butter too, right?
Yeah, it's already room temperature soft butter. So we're gonna cream these together slowly. Yeah. Boy, I really love this bowl. You would think like the
It's
butter
really
was
cool,
just gonna
right?
fly everywhere,
Yeah,
and
it's
it didn't.
amazing.
That's awesome. All right, now we're gonna add about a 1/2 cup of allulose. So this is gonna dissolve in here a little bit better, so you have the
Right.
more creamy, sweet cream cheese. So once we have these kind of fluffy, they almost look like scrambled eggs there. We're gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla and the secret ingredient.
Secret ingredient.
Since we have this rich molasses in our gingerbread cookies, we are gonna pair that with about a 1/4 teaspoon of orange extract.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have this like warm, it's gonna go with the spices of the cookie really,
Right,
really
right.
well, I think. So
A little citrusy, a little spicy.
yeah, so I'm only doing a 1/4 teaspoon right now. We're gonna test it, see how it tastes with the cookie. Maybe we'll bump it up in the recipe below, if not, so we'll check that out. So we're gonna beat the extracts in with our creams here. All right, and then finally, like, look already, I mean, this is nice.
Yeah, it looks like
already.
frosting.
Yeah, that looks like a frosting. So, but we're gonna add a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream to it to kind of make it a little bit creamier and a little bit easier to put on a cookie. And then we're gonna let this sit without someone touching it. Give it a shot. This is frosting. I mean, you can have it. Or icing or whatever. Mmm. Oh my goodness, that orange is actually, it's like just enough.
I think it's just enough. It's not overpowering at all.
So we're gonna put this back in the fridge until our cookies are ready for frosting. I'm gonna pipe it. We might put some colors on there too. We'll see what we're gonna do. So yeah, this is the icing that you have for the cookie recipe we're providing, and make more if you wanna do more.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I'm really excited.
Somebody's really excited, and I'm not really sure why. I mean, we just got these, you know, gingerbread cookie thing looking here.
Gorgeous gingerbread.
Look at this guy. He's amazing looking, right? It's our little wizard.
I mean, the gingerbread turned out really firm, you know?
Yeah, and he's got a little wand.
So we are ready to ice him.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So I've got the baggie, right? Just like we got a little baggie here.
Oh, Brian.
What? So we're gonna.
I got a good piping bag now.
Really?
Yes.
So we don't need a plastic bag anymore?
No.
Okay.
Yes, that. Thank you. Goodness sakes.
Could you just pipe that right into my mouth?
You are not allowed to have this piped into your mouth. So we actually put this back in the fridge while we're waiting for our cookie to cook. So it's a little chilled, but I think shoving it in this bag is gonna warm it up a little bit, so it's easy to
Hopefully a little easier
pipe.
to actually pipe, yeah.
Yeah. And so excited to try this icing on this cookie.
I'm super excited to try it all. It looks amazing.
Smells really good too. With that cinnamon and the clove, I mean, you really get that holiday smell going on here.
All those wonderful spices.
So we are gonna pipe our little wizard here. I'm gonna at least give him a beard.
Right, he needs a beard, of course. He's a wizard.
Oh, here we go. You know what the benefit of having one giant cookie too?
We only got to frost one cookie.
You only have to cross one cookie. Yes. I'm gonna make a little texture out of his beard.
Gonna give him some big bushy eyebrows.
Yes. Thinks he's a wizard. He almost looks like Santa Claus now.
I mean, technically, Santa's probably a wizard, right? He does magic. Twinkles his nose, could go down a chimney. That sounds pretty magical.
Let's see. He's gotta have some boots. Because, like, what kind of wizard doesn't have boots? Magic boots. Some big sleeves that he can hide his handkerchiefs in. Oh, that's a magician, not a wizard.
Yeah, those are different.
And let's see, get down just a little bit of a neckline here. Gotta save some of this frosting for our house too. And let's go with the buttons.
Yeah, he's gotta have some buttons on his robe.
All right, his robe ends right there. It's absolutely a wizard.
It totally looks like a wizard. Yeah, it looks like every wizard I've ever seen.
Or it could be Santa Claus.
Or it could be Santa Claus.
Or it could be Santa Claus.
It's not Gandalf.
Maybe we should try it. Maybe we could eat part of it.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
we
down.
have some samples. I have some samples.
All right, so this is it. So yeah, we had some little crumbs that we had left over, right? We just kind of threw them in the pan, and so we could just kind of taste it.
Yes, ready.
Good to go. Yeah. Oh my God, those are so amazing.
The orange works.
Yeah, it's like, it just
Oh my
sets it off. It is so, so good. You know, it's like that spiced orange, just something about clove and orange, right? It's so good.
Oh my goodness.
And the cookie has a fantastic texture. right? It's firm, but it's got a little bit of chew. It's not like, it's not crunchy.
Yeah,
but
like those kit ones were like.
yeah,
you
they
know.
like break our tooth on them, right? No, this has got, like I said, it's firm, but it's got a nice chewiness to it. And the flavors, oh my God, like they are just so good.
Yeah, yeah.
That is an absolute winner. You guys are gonna love this cookie recipe.
This would be a really easy one to do with kids, and especially they can cut out their own
Yeah.
shapes and decorate them themselves. And the cookie itself would be probably delicious without the icing, but
It is.
wow, that's bomb.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat all of them.
No, this is mine. You can have that.
What? All right, so you know that you're gonna want this cookie, but you also know that you're gonna want the next recipe.
So you look below and you see the subscribe button.
And then right next to that subscribe button, you're gonna see a little icon that looks like a bell. Go ahead and click on that bell.
Smash that bell.
Smash it.
And also like the video.
Yeah,
because
please
that
like
really
it
helps.
because that will help this video get out to many more people who are gonna love this video as much as you are.
And if you make this, post in the comments. Let us know how you liked it or what fun shapes that you came up with.
Excellent.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Is that for our
tragic.
production assistant?
Yeah.
The director doesn't get any.
I thought the director was your job. Yeah, do we trust you to bring it to him? He gets both of those pieces.
How did I get skimped out on icing?
I don't know. You're the one to put your own icing on.